Good morning, guys. How are you all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is clearly our dress down Friday. I'm off to the gym in a minute, but yeah, this is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts where we actually looking not too bad here. We have been testing our resistance area here. What is looking potentially like a bull flag, or is looking like a bull flag. As to whether it plays out with a bullish resolution, we shall see. But if it does, that would give us a nice move through this resistance and also above this previous lower high we've got. And yeah, it would obviously be good for price action. Could potentially signal that move over time towards 47,000 and then potentially onwards and upwards. Downside clearly been we drop down, we don't break above, and then yeah, we take out basically this area of support, and then ultimately if we take out these lows, then yeah, we will be in trouble. Let me just put a horizontal here, yeah, because we basically got like a kind of important level around here. But yeah, so that is what is going on in Bitcoin itself. But let's have a look at some of the drivers. We have here the stock, the S&P. This is literally at the 4,400 level where we need to get back above 4,400. Just to extend this along. Oops, not like that. We should be looking at what I would say, what I would probably say is a fair, decent shot at new all-time highs. Yeah, I mean, there we go. I said it. I mean, we can put this downward trend to bed, and then if we just zoom out and look at how stock markets roll. I mean, I guess it's got a bit aggressive here, but it got a bit aggressive there, pulled back substantially, and then onwards and upwards. So yeah, could be pull back lower. We certainly could. Do we think the Fed is going to collapse this market much further? I don't personally think so. So yeah, we could be onwards and upwards from here, and obviously we've got this extension up here to look at, the 2.618 obviously coming from these lows here, but yeah, and obviously this high here. But yeah, looks pretty tempting. Could that be the ultimate top before we get a big crash? Maybe, but let's see. Let's get there first. If we get there, obviously we're gonna have Bitcoin easily at new all-time highs. But yeah, anyway, that's enough fantasizing about that. Let's just look at what we're doing. Obviously if we hold above here, then yeah, make our way to 4,500. Yeah, I mean, that would look like this was just an accumulation down here, and then yeah, we can continue onwards and upwards. The oil is trading like a SH1T coin, bouncing all over the place. This is pretty much looking like one of those not dead cat bounce, but yeah, basically those, you get the high, you get the severe pullback, you get the bounce up towards the mid-range area, and then yeah, and then you basically fail and basically come back down. The only difference obviously is that this is oil is difference, and then also it is structurally bullish, although due to obviously ESG stuff. But what I would say is that maybe people are getting fed up with that particular brand of SH1T, and yeah, I mean, prices at the pumps and prices of food are certainly gonna start to basically make people not so receptive to that globalist agenda, in my opinion, to basically trying to push us towards that, so they can just control us more, basically, I think. The dollar index here looking like it could be playing out more of a pullback. Obviously it's got to take out basically this area we're at now. We'll actually draw that in. It's quite obvious. Take out this area, and then yeah, we could then obviously see a decent move to the downside. Will it just be a lower high? Will we get lower in this 95? Maybe not, but nonetheless it'll give us a bit of it'll probably give us a bit of a respite for what has been going on, and yeah, give us a nice medium-term bullish trend. Obviously the flip side is we do just bounce here, continue on upwards, but I struggle to see that in the face of what of the relative dovishness of the Fed anyway. yeah, food price, wheat uses the main barometer to look at this, but yeah, wheat just hanging around there, not too much interesting. Gold having a little bit of its own sort of dead cat bounce, but this is not looking like it's gonna continue onwards and upwards at present. But yeah, like I said, I think we can just chop around sideways between say 1840 and yeah, 2080 or 1880 and 2080 maybe it ends up being the top of is the support. But yeah, maybe we just do that for a while before ultimately blasting off. Maybe, who knows, who cares, other than obviously Peter. The Ethereum Satoshi pairing broke out a descending channel, which was nice to see. Broke through our resistance area, which was nice to see. Currently, sort of consolidating, holding above the majority of this resistance area. So if it can establish this as new support, maybe trade sideways a bit, bull flag it out, and then continue onwards and upwards, then this could be looking particularly good. But this has got a lot of work to do though, realistically, before it turns before obviously we can look to a medium term trend. But just kind of looking at it, I mean it would look perfectly normal for us to make a nice move up, even if we don't get to all-time highs. Maybe we are just trading potentially within a wide sideways range, but that easily could see us around 0.08, which would be a pretty decent move. The Ethereum USD pairing right up there at this resistance and also this downward sloping trend line. So if we get acceleration through here, say we get over 2900, I think that'll be it. I think we will be looking at over the next few weeks towards the mid 3000s. So yeah, bullish scenario there. But remember what we were saying about stock markets. Stock markets could see some weakness. Rallying somewhat off OPEX, off the Vanna rally they call it, when basically volatility is lower. This is why there's the short volatility trade, the leverage short volatility trade, why it's always been something that's been targeted, I think, by the central bank market manipulators, that trading desk at the Fed, to smash volatility. Because if you smash volatility down, basically the dealers can then obviously not have to hedge to the downside, and then can basically buy the stocks back, and it just pumps the market up. Low vol basically pumps the market up. So yeah, a bit of a Vanna rally going on here, but we'll see what happens if those puts get bought again. If the downside protection gets put back on again in any notable size, we will see like a pullback in the stock market. But we shall have to see what happens there. Let's have a look at those stochastics. 4 hour looking, well, say it was looking a bit toppy, but potentially could turn back up here. 10 hour potentially getting a little bit toppy here. 12 hour though, once we start to move up, it should look a lot better. 12 hour, plenty of room to run, plenty of support for price action. Similarly with daily, similarly with buy daily. 3 day pointing down though, but 5 day looking extremely good here. And then weekly, obviously, well, it is turning up. It's still obviously very low, but turning up and got all the field to run into. But yeah, bi-weekly, obviously, we look at this, and it doesn't really change much from day to day. But overall, the read from this stochastic is we could potentially get some substantial support to the upward price action and really get going. Obviously, we know that we've got to take out this area, potentially a downward sloping trend line we can see here as well. Take that out, take out this area. Yeah, 46, 47 would then obviously be the obvious target. And then do we pull back, consolidate, and break onwards and upwards? That is basically the dream. And like I said, the downside is still pretty clear. It's just the game of these levels. If we do come back down, we do take out particularly this level, then yeah, we could be looking at losing this level and then testing all the way down to 30,000 and then potentially lower. Obviously 33 and then 30 down here. So we are not in the clear yet by no means. Stock markets are looking like they're trying to give it a very good go. Dollar looking like it wants to give a very good go to the downside. Not really look too much at the 10-year. It is holding up there. It is a bit of an elephant in the room, so we'll just have to hope this doesn't break anything. But yeah, so that all being said, there won't be a video tomorrow, Saturday, and if there is one Sunday, it'll be later on in the day, because I am off to the that great British establishment that is Butlins. So yes, I'll be doing that. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.